Hey everyone, we're here for round 1 of the daily with Scapeshift. Pretty solid hand, definitely keeping. Like, 3 lands and 2 ram spells is actually really good. Like, you could look at it as like 5 lands, but the ram spells, meaning I get the lands earlier, is very strong. So, Ancient Strings off of Grove, so most likely Tron. Forest Revealed, that'd be interesting. I mean, Tron usually plays like 1 forest. I don't know if Amulet Bloom would play Grove. That's like one of the only other decks that would play Ancient Strings. But maybe Tron just did find their 1-of Forest. Either way, we're going for Suspend, Search for Tomorrow. If it is Tron, they can't go turn 3, have 7 mana. Okay, it is Tron. But like I said, the best they can do is turn 4, get all 3 pieces of Tron up. Sure, Spellskite. That's a little annoying. Shouldn't be an issue, though. I'm just going to play a Tri-Builder at this point. I don't really feel like I'm going to want to counter anything next turn, and might as well get my ramp going so I can have like multiple spells and everything up later. Spellskite does make it so we're going to need to have 8 lands instead of 7 to go off, but that's still fine. We have double Remand and Izzet Charm, so we should be able to keep Tron from doing anything too crazy for the next while. Do I want to sack here? I'm not attacking my Tri-Builder, but I think I want to just keep it. Just because I do want to draw more lands. I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to sack it. I can have 4 mana like this turn no matter what, so that's not really the thing I'm worried about. Like, I can cast all the cards I would have in my hand, even if I drew like a Cryptic, I could cast it. Let's go for the free attack. Maybe they're afraid of lightning bolts. Probably not, but you gotta try, you know? So they don't even have Tron. They have... I guess we knew that because they played the double tower, but they're still missing it. I'm just gonna sack. Get ourselves a forest. They do have forest in hand. They have like 3 cards in hand. One of them's a forest. So we're feeling pretty good at this point. They're basically haven't hit their Tron. And they only have 4 mana, so nothing too impressive coming out of them. We did find the Scapeshift too, so like I said, we just need to put 2 more lands into play, and boom. Because the way Scapeshift interacts with Spellskite is, Spellskite has to pay 2 Phyrexian mana, so 2 life, to reject 1 trigger. So basically it converts 3 damage to 2 damage. So with 7 lands you only get 6 triggers, which usually is 18, but it goes down to 12 with Spellskite. And then with 8 lands you have like 12 triggers, which is 36, but then that goes down to 24, and that's still lethal. They're going for Sylvan Scrying. I'm going to counter that here, because that would get them Tron, and yeah. Don't want them to do that. I could have also remanded it, because they would actually just have to wait till next turn to do it again, but I think it's fine to counter it. It's probably fine to really do whatever. Like, they're so behind because they just didn't get their, you know, preferred start. In general, Tron's a fairly good matchup for Scapeshift. Sure. Yep. So yeah, they're just digging right now, but... Okay then, that should be game. Don't want to float mana. I suppose there's... Is there any world where it matters if I float mana? Can't really think of a reason to. Not a realistic reason. And we do have enough lands too, which is important to note. So we have 6 mounds, 2 Valakutes left in our deck. So that will be Xyz's enough. Steam Vent, Mountain. So like I said, they can redirect most of the triggers, but to redirect them all, they would still have to take 24 damage, and they can't do that. Unless they have like a life gain effect for colorless mana. Okay, there we go. Opponent comes to the same conclusion, and we move on to the next game. That's one reason why Spellskite's not the best card to bring in against Scapeshift. It can sometimes delay us one land, but yeah, it's not the best. I mean, that was main deck, so that's just like Tron just had that, and it's like fine there, but not doing anything too good. What do I want against Tron? I don't even know if Shatterstorms are very good. Definitely don't want these Angers. Same with Bolts. I mean, I guess Bolts can reduce the clock, but okay, I don't want Repeal. There's a bunch of cards I don't want against them. I'm trying to figure out what I do want. Okay, I probably want Jace. Just good value. Balots, Engineered. We want these Shatterstorms. I might just want some amount of Bolts just to actually get them in range of 7 lands killing them. I'm trying to think if I want Dispels either. Harvest Pyre can kill, like, Wormcoil, but doesn't seem too useful. Maybe we bring in 1 Shatterstorm. I like having, like, 1-ofs better, especially when we have a bunch of Peer Through Depths. Like a 1-of Dispel. But what does Dispel even do? I haven't played against Tron in a while, actually. Oops, sorry. I guess I've changed my sideboard around to a point where I don't exactly remember what I did against Tron. We could keep in a Repeal to like bounce one of the 1-mana artifacts, but most of the time they're going to be able to kill it in response. I think I'm going to keep a Bolt in. Just like a Miser's Bolt. That if we peer through it, maybe it kills them sooner. Yeah, we just brought in like a bunch of 1-ofs here. Because like they're better with Peer Through Depths, and they're also good because I have Izzet and Lighthouse, so that if I don't want them, I can get rid of them. But overall, we like the main thing we have in the matchup is the counter spells. And just the fact that they don't really interact with us on the same angle. I think we keep this end. Seems perfectly fine. They got turn 1 Tron and map, so this game they're more likely to have Tron than last game. Ugh, yeah, it's gonna be turn 3 Tron. That's a problem. It's not always the worst if we can, ooh, Izzet actually a nice one. I was gonna just play Tribuilder because I don't, like, there's no reason in representing Remand because they're gonna play into it no matter what because there's no downside. But Izzet is actually good if they go for a Karn. I'm not going for a Karn. Maybe they don't have a threat? I mean, they have a bunch of mana. Interesting. Oblivion Stone, that doesn't do anything against us. Okay. I'm okay with this. I mean, is there a chance they didn't play their threat because we left up mana? Like, the question is, do I want to play a Tribuilder now? I think we have to. Like, if they play a Wormcoil Engine, we're perfectly fine with it resolving. The only thing we were really afraid of was, like, a Karn last turn. Even an Ugin we don't really mind. It's actually just Karn that's, like, really annoying because it can start to exile our lands. And at this point, if they play another piece of Tron, then our Izzatron wouldn't be able to stop the Karn, so that's why I felt like it was okay to not leave up the counterspell this turn. Ugin, okay, that's fine. Ugin just starts shooting us to the face, and, you know, that's not a quick enough clock. The annoying thing is, like, if they go to ultimate, I guess they might sack, they're gonna shoot our, yeah, they're gonna shoot our Tri-Welder now, because they want their Ugin to ultimate. It's funny. I don't even know if Uganing Ultimate's too scary. I guess putting 7 permanents in play could be bad if some of them are like Planeswalkers. I guess having the bolts are good for that too. I don't think I want to fetch because I want to draw more lands. Shatterstorm. Unfortunately, Ugin's not an artifact, or else that would actually be a good Shatterstorm. We could go Compulsive Research here. I think I like that. I think there's enough cards in our hand that we want to discard that are not lands, because we want to keep the lands we draw, because we're going to need some lands. So I'll discard 2 cards. I'll discard Harvest Pyre and a Shatterstorm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, assuming they don't have a Karn, which I don't think they have. I think if they had a Karn, they would have played it last turn. So I don't think they have a Karn. And I think we should be able to go off next turn. We have 6, 7, 8. Okay, Wormcoil is fine, but a little too slow. If it came down turn 3, it'd be more of an annoyance. So we're going to sack, get a land. I guess an island. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Even Spellskite wouldn't be good enough. Ghost Quarter doesn't do anything either. Because we should be able to have 8 lands. So I think we're going to win here. This game would have been very different if they had gone like I guess turn 4 Karn. Turn 3 Karn would have gone countered by the Izzatron, but the turn after that when we played a Tri-Welder, and if they played Karn then that would have been very annoying. Because they would have been able to go like Karn, get rid of one of our lands, then minus again, get rid of another land. Ooh, Counterflux. Well, doesn't do too much here, but doesn't matter. Okay, let's search up some lands. It is going to be important to make sure that we don't, like we do need to technically search up the right lands. We don't want to search up both our basic mountains and then Ghost Quarter one of our lands and we can't search up another mountain. So I don't think they can have anything here. Okay, they're going to Ghost Quarter right now, which really doesn't do anything. I could fetch, but it doesn't matter. Either way, I'm going to be getting a basic forest off of it. But that's definitely not how you want to Ghost Quarter against Scapeshift. I'll explain it when I get it. So basically, the way Valakut works is you put the lands into play, and all the lands recognize each other, and they trigger. So like, if right now, okay, not right now, but when the triggers go on the stack, so when all the triggers are on the stack, if they Ghost Quarter one of my lands and I can't get another mountain, then all the lands on resolution will see that I only have 4 other mountains in play, because Valakut says 5 other mountains. 5 other mountains, so if like I'd searched up for say all my basic mountains, and then they Ghost Quarter me and I can't find another basic mountain, then that would have been an issue. But if they keep their Ghost Quarter and I search up this exact same thing, and then they Ghost Quarter my my stomping grounds and I search a mountain, then it still resolves as regular, and that's fine. But the only way that Ghost Quarter can ever get us is if we don't have any more mountains in our deck to search. But we won the game. Pretty easy match, I guess. Like I said, Tron in general is a good matchup, and especially without Karn, it was fine there. Even with the Ugin about to ultimate. Even with an Ugin ultimate, I think we might have been okay, unless they put a Karn into play. Because gaining 7 life would have not been enough here. This was going to do 36. It's kind of fun to think that Ugin ultimate, no good. But yeah, we won round 1, and I'll be back with round 2 later. See you guys around.